You're watching Global, part of Shaw.
You're watching Morning News on Global Montreal.
Good morning, Montreal, and welcome back. Well, it is nasty, it is dangerous, and we are talking about something called Cryptowall that more and more has been impacting businesses and individuals.
Yeah.
And here to talk more about it is Terry Cutler. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, it's my pleasure.
You know, this is, we've only been hearing about it recently,
Right.
but how widespread is Cryptowall and what is it?
Now, Cryptowall is a really nasty virus. I mean, if you catch this thing, this will cause you to have a really bad day. Basically, essentially what it is, it's a form of ransomware, where this virus gets onto your computer, starts searching for your Word documents, your pictures, your videos, your whatever it is, and encrypts it, and leaves a ransom note there.
Encrypts it, meaning that in order to access it, you need a password.
That's right. Like
Okay.
It scrambles the data.
Right.
It needs a special key to unlock it. And once all this data becomes scrambled, as we'll say, there's a ransom note that gets left in there saying, here's how you should pay $500. And if you don't pay within a specific time, it'll double. And if you don't pay within the month, we'll just throw away the key and you won't get your data back.
Oh my goodness. So who is being targeted? So is this an example of the
That's what
message?
they'll receive, yes.
That's the message that'll pop up on your computer?
Yeah, once they start accessing files, or they'll get that warning.
Who is this really targeting?
It can target anybody. I mean, you know, if you're receiving junk email or jokes, whatever, and you're not sure where it came from, and you click on these links, the moment you click on it, it'll actually execute and run in your computer and start encrypting these files. So if you're a business, it's even worse because when you're attached to this network, it goes onto the network drive and starts encrypting files for other people who haven't been infected yet.
Mm-hmm. So it's not that there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not that they want to specifically target small businesses carrying sensitive information. It could be me too.
Exactly. Anybody with a credit card.
Who's doing this?
It could be anybody, but a lot of it is coming from a highly specialized group of organized criminals online that specialize in ransomware. So it's interesting.
A lot of people are wondering how to detect it.
Well, to detect it is going to be one thing because they'll know right away. The moment they try and access their files, it'll be scrambled. But there are a couple of things we can do. The good news is that we can actually get it back without paying for it. So obviously, the first thing you want to try and do is go out and buy a hard drive. Back up your files on a nightly basis so that in case this ever happens to you, at least you'll have your backup files, which is very important. But if it does happen to you, there are ways to go into what's called troubleshooting mode.
Okay.
And then from there we can go into what's called the registry and start removing files from there.
Okay, but I just want to go back to how you know you have it and ways to protect yourself. So is it junk email? How else can it make its way onto your computer?
There's obviously junk mail. There's also, if you start downloading a lot of free software or pirated software, you can receive from there. You'll never know because you think it's a regular program, but once it installs, boom, it just starts going.
So that's a tip too. Don't download free software.
And these fake antiviruses. For example, you'll be on the web, and then a pop-up will show up and say, "Hey, your computer's running slow. Would you like to speed this thing up?" And once they click on it, it starts installing this software, and then everything gets encrypted.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so now once this ransomware pops up on your screen, what do you do?
All right, so the first thing you want to do is possibly not pay the ransom.
Yeah. How much do they ask for?
They're asking to start off as $500, and if you don't pay within 4 days, it jumps to $1,000.
Oh my goodness.
And I think they give you up to a month before they just throw away the key. And
if you pay it, is it guaranteed that you get your files back?
It's not guaranteed. No, in fact, actually most open source intelligence groups are saying that most of the time if you pay it, they're still not going to give you back your key.
Right.
So, but it is kind of like a phony, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a phony cover, but your data can be retrieved.
So once you see this message on your computer, the steps.
Yeah. All right. So the first thing you want to do is, if you're not familiar with some of these steps, call a professional, or if you have a 6-year-old, call your 6-year-old to come and help you out. And so the first thing you want to do is go into your control panel and uninstall any program that you see that has the word crypto in it. And once that's done, reboot your computer, but keep pushing the F8 key. And that will bring you into a Windows troubleshooting mode. And you want to go into safe mode.
Okay.
And then once that comes up, you'll be able to go into a tool called regedit. This is where it's like you get to modify the brain of Windows.
Wow.
But if
Look how excited he gets about this
but
stuff.
at this point, this guy, I've been through this so many times. But
Yeah.
if you once you're in there, if you're not familiar with it, back away from the computer, call somebody else, because you can really damage the machine with this.
Okay, somebody like yourself, Digital Locksmiths,
We can help with that.
a company that helps with viruses.
That's right.
And of course, everything that Terry was just describing, it's a little bit complex. We have full details on how you can protect yourself at globalnews.ca/Montreal. Terry, also just curious, do you have an idea of how widespread this is?
It's becoming very popular. We don't have the exact numbers, but it's another form of what's called like a crypto. I can explain. It's another form of ransomware.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them out there. So if you're on your computer, do search for things like crypto or cryptorbit, and you'll be able to find some of those files and you can delete them.
How about on Facebook? When we're surfing on Facebook, could we get this by clicking on links?
Possibly, but Facebook does a good job of cleaning it out.
Okay.
But if friends start sending you messages saying, hey, check out this new software, you got to think twice. Do you really want to click it, or at least put your mouse over it so you get to see what the link is really doing? And then, always think twice before you click it.
Make sure you go to our website, globalnews.ca/Montreal, for more of Terry's tips. Thank you very much
Thanks
for that.
so much for having me on.